I have some good news and I have some bad news. Stay tuned. What's up, fam? This is Vic from Quick Cuts Premium Lawn Care here in Conyers, Georgia. Hope you guys are cutting on out there. So I thought I'll do a video on the good news and the bad news of lawn care. This go out to the first timers and also for the ones who are still in their first and second year of cutting on. So check it. I know a lot of times we can always talk about the good things of lawn care. So let me start there. The good thing about lawn care is, number one, we can't cut all this grass by ourselves. You need to go ahead and dust yourself off. And if you're looking for a business, lawn care is the place to be. I'm gonna tell you. And I'll tell you about it more in the second of why lawn care has some bad news. But just know that it's really, really reasonable and cheap, and I use the word cheap as I mean affordable, to get into lawn care. You really need just a few things: push lawnmower, a weed eater, and a blower. Hell, man, you probably can even get by doing a broom. That's if you're in a place or a market where your yard's not big. Conyers may not be one of those places for those people who are in Conyers, Georgia. You know what I'm talking about. So that's the good thing about the good news about lawn care. Another good news about lawn care, believe it or not, if you're solo, you're gonna get enough clients. I'm telling you, you are going to get enough clients. Don't think that simply because you see all these people riding back and forth on these trucks and trailers and you see all these videos that you're gonna come into a market and you're not gonna find nobody. You are. You're gonna find plenty of people who will pay your price, especially if you're just getting started, because 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna price it right. So this is, once again, the good news about lawn care. Some more good news about lawn care. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, the equipment, like purchasing the equipment first time, it will never be your problem. No, because John Deere and the rest of these dealerships are literally giving away equipment at 0% interest. If you feel like, going out buying an $8,000 mower and you don't have clients yet, I wouldn't advise it, but you never know. $8,000, you got the money, you want to invest in it and you want to take your time, you can go out and get a 0% lawnmower today, like right now. I mean, like lickety split. It's in a rock throwing distance where you are. Yeah, it's a dealer somewhere that will give you a 0% interest lawnmower. That's the good news. Another good news is, y'all, believe it or not, a lot of homeowners are getting let's just say they're not spending time doing their yard like they used to. More and more homeowners, they're not doing their own lawn. Yeah, and I don't see no kids cutting grass, none whatsoever. If you have a kid, the good news is you need to try to get them into lawn care as soon as possible, because you got plenty of work. So here's some more good news. Some more good news is the fact that, without a shadow of a doubt, if you need to learn anything about lawn care, you can find it on YouTube. That's the good news. I mean, I may not talk about everything you need to know, but it's somebody on YouTube that has talked about that subject matter and did a great job. So let me tell you, here's some places I would think that you should go. A couple of guys, man, if you're thinking about content, somebody who got some, always talking about business, Lawn Care Millionaire, you know what I'm saying, Florida Turf Pros, those are my two that I know that most of the time, all it is about is content. Now, if you want to enjoy and watch somebody cut grass or have some fun, Blaze of Grass, he's really great. Also, Saving Green, if you like that entertainment route. So that's just a few. On to the bad news of lawn care. Hopefully, this will not discourage you, but I got to keep it real. The one thing that I know that is hard about lawn care is the fact that most of the time when you're dealing with clients, they don't understand how difficult it is to cut grass. They think it's like, all it takes you is, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And when you give them their price, they're gonna 9 times out of 10 think it's too high. So the hardest thing is to educate your clients or people who know nothing about how hard this work is to settle for your price. And it's gonna be a lot of low ballers out there. A lot of low ballers. Yep, I hate to say it, and I'm not banging on them. It just is what it is. So that's one of the hardest part about in lawn care. Another one, the truth be told, unless you can show me, guys, unless you can show me, fam, doing hedges, it's hard to price hedges. So I suggest if you're gonna do hedges, man, make sure you time it, make sure you time it, and make sure you time it. Because I have a system that's set up where I just do what is called man per hours. So if I look at it and I say, hey, it's gonna take me 30 minutes to cut it all down and another 30 minutes to pick it up, that's an hour. Now if I do 3 guys, I know that 3 guys cutting in is $150. Now most of the time, I'm really close. Now if I get off, I kind of eat it. Now I hadn't been off that much, but I have occasionally been off. So that's the bad thing about lawn care. You have to eat some of this learning that you're doing because it's not going to be perfect. Another thing that's bad about lawn care, due to the fact that you can't cut all this grass by yourself, you need someone to help you. Now I know a lot of people say, I roll solo, dog. I roll solo. I mean, great, do you? But I'm saying, if you're really trying to grow a business, rolling solo, it's gonna be real hard on you. So one of the things I'm saying is finding the right person to work with you is very difficult. Now, here's my advice to you in my little sprinkle of 2 cents, grain of salt, whatever they say about that. A guy told me, I said I was looking for somebody who was skillful in lawn care. I was looking for somebody who had some years in lawn care, et cetera, et cetera. He said, man, I'm gonna tell you, one of the best workers I ever had is a guy that I met at Waffle House. I said, why? He said, because he had a great attitude. Y'all, one of my better workers is a young kid that I just met this year, and he's doing a heck of a job. And man, he's putting in work, and all he says is, yes, sir. I love it. He knew little to nothing about lawn care. So I look for attitudes. I guess, that's what I look. But honestly, y'all, I don't know. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or nothing like that. But that's one of the hardest part about growing a business. It's finding somebody else to help you cut all this grass because you can't cut it all by yourself. The other thing that's kind of really hard in this job is the fact that, oh man, I don't care if you got a new mower, old mower, them things break down. They just do. They just break down. And you could take them to the shop. They'd be under warranty. You're like, all right, cool. And it's stuff that sucks about it, man. Stuff that sucks about the fact that don't look at a lawnmower thinking that it's not going to break down, and don't care how much money you put in it. They are going to break down under warranty. It just happens. And I know a lot of people talk to me about the Bradley mower. Does this problem? Does that problem? I'm tell you, my John Deere that costs double that, same thing. It don't matter. It don't matter. Just little stuff, man. Battery drain, need to change the pole on the battery. A carburetor get junk, because sometimes if you cutting dirt yards like I do, sometimes the doggone carburetor needing cleaning. Another thing that's difficult about lawn care is ever changing due to the elements. Rain one day, cold the next day, hot the next day. So that's another tough thing about lawn care. Now let's get to the clients, the customers. Some people want their grass this high. Some people wanted you to cut to the dirt, and you trying to figure that out. And honestly, a lot of times they don't tell you until you done rolled off, and 2 days later, hey, I really want my grass cut all the way down to the dirt. And I tell them, listen, ma'am, I really don't like going under 2 inches. But I got weeds. Well, ma'am, that means you need weed control. It's not having nothing to do with dirt. I mean, cutting it to the dirt, but hey, you gotta deal with that. Now, here's the last bad news, and I'm out this piece. Sometimes you don't get paid on time. I don't care if you got credit cards or not. Sometimes, man, you still got to run down money. Now, it's not as bad when I was running down cash. Sometimes sometimes people credit cards don't clear, and you got to figure that out. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to do is give you the good news and the bad news about lawn care, and I probably gave you more bad news than good news, but I just had to bring it, guys. This is tough work. If it was easy, everybody and their mama be doing it. And right now, everybody and their mama ain't doing it. So there's plenty of room for someone who got the gusto like you, who can say, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep cutting. Y'all, that's all I'm saying. Encourage one another to keep cutting. Matter of fact, man, down in the comment section, encourage your boy. Because I'm telling you, this is not for the weak at heart. However, if you got the gusto to take and whatever else I can add and adjectives I can add to this is work for you, because you're gonna make some money. Because right now, I can't cut all this grass by myself. And I'm out. Peace.